Guys, my name is Yogesh Sharma. Today I am going to discuss routing in MVC. Routing is a very, I can say that routing is a very essential part of to run a MVC application, and you can say to execute your application, routing plays a great role. Now let me tell you that what is the routing. We will discuss it and I will demonstrate in practical part also, but here I am telling you the theory of this routing. Routes maps controller names and their action name. What is the mean of this? You perform routing to call the controller and their actions. It is used to create user friendly URL. It can be also used to set up startup page of application just like ASP.NET Web Form. What is the mean of this? It is used to create friendly URL, user friendly URL. Let me brief this, that what is the mean of this. In ASP.NET Web Form, I taken a simple example. Just like I have a domain onlineshop.com and I want to search some mobile phone, Samsung mobile phone, Motorola mobile phone, LG, Micromax, any mobile phone you want to search, then you have to perform such kind of programming where you will pass some query string and the web page where the all source code has been written. So these URL are not the URL friendly. I mean to say that if any user want to remember this URL, it will not be possible for him to get a particular product by using this URL. If I make this URL in this form, is the such like this form, then you can see here that it's a very easy URL like onlineshop.com /mobiles /Samsung. It's a very easy URL. User can easily identify. As well, the Google can easily identify this particular URL. If user search a particular page and write a Google string like Samsung mobiles, then this result will come out and the page will be opened. This makes a very user friendly URL, and I can say also this is a SEO friendly URL. SEO is what? Is a search engine optimization. So what is the routing? You can see here the routing engine perform the routing. As I told you, routing is a way to call the controller and their actions. Okay, so you can see here this particular routing. First of all, the requested URL which passed by the end user will pass to the parse URL. URL will be parsed. Then locate matching URL. I will demonstrate it that how the matching of will be done. And after that, after if root is found, then it go to the root is processed. If root is not found, then HTTP 404 error will be raised. This is the routing of your application. We use a method that is a map root functions method. This method is responsible to call the controller and their actions. By using this routing, we can prevent from inaccessible and secured file access. Here I have shown a simple example. You can see here we have a method that is the ignore roots. In this method, I don't want that .exd file extension file should not be opened. You can write this same code like you don't want to open your web.config file in a browser, then you can mention here root.ignore root then resource.config. That's it. Then the config file will not be opened, and the mean of this line is that such kind of request will not be passed and they will be denied. So how we can perform the routing? Let me switch to the Visual Studio. Here I am going to create a new project. In this project I am just giving my name my project, that is a MVC routing. Click OK. I am just creating a empty MVC application. So select template empty and check the checkbox MVC. Click OK. Okay, now you can see here we have a folder app_start, and this folder have a file that is a rootconfig.cs file. This particular file is responsible for the routing. Here you can see the content which I have already told you, that ignore roots and these things. So let me discuss about that, what is the mean of this register roots and where this method is calling. So go to the global.axax file. This particular file is responsible to execute your application. We know that some events are executed during the application execution. The first event is the application start event. Here you can see a particular method that is a rootconfig.register roots root table.roots. Register roots is a static method and we are passing the roots into this method argument. Okay, so what is the role of roots? Roots map the all roots which are given by the end user, and this particular method is called, and the definition of this method is in rootconfig.cs file. It is a static method, so there is no need to create the object of rootconfig file. You can directly call this method by using the class name rootconfig.register roots, and you are passing the roots argument, and roots argument will come over here. Roots collection is responsible to store all the roots or all the URLs, and first line is to set the, to deny the particular files access request, like here the .axd is the by default a method is called ignore root. Now another method, that is a map root method. This is a extension method. What is the mean of extension method? This method is already defined into the root collection roots. Okay, so I'm not going to I'm not going to discuss about what is the extension method. If you want to know the extension method, you can visit my YouTube channel, and where you will see the root methods or extension methods, and everything you will be there. Everything will be there. Okay, so what is the role of this map root? Map root, we have to define the root name. This is the key value. Okay, this is the key value. If I want to create a new root, then I have to give the another name, because the name cannot be same. Okay, so this is the pattern. This is a URL pattern. In this variable you can pass some values like controller, action, then ID. These are the segment variables. I mean to say that any name can come here, because I used curly braces over there. Okay, so this will call controller home. This value will be passed into the controller. Action value will be passed to the action, and the parameter value, which is optional. It means that if you don't pass the parameter ID parameter, then it will not raise any kind of error. So this is the default root. What is the mean of this? If I am creating a controller, here I am going to create a controller. My controller name is home. We know that controller is a suffix. There is no need to remove this controller over there. Click on add. Then you can see that my home controller has been created. Here we have an action, that is the index action. In this index action, I am going to attach a particular view with this action method. Right click and select the add view. You can give the view name, and I am taking the template empty, then click on add. When you click on this, then index view will be attached with this particular action. Index view, let me set some value. Index view is called. Okay, if you execute this application, then you will find that the home controller index method will be called. This is my local host. If you have taken a URL, then your URL will be there, like I'm just taking an example, www.domain.com. then by default the home controller and index method will be called. Here you can see the index view has been called. So let me tell you that if I write like this, then it will call the same. By default it is calling the home controller. This is the controller and this is the action name. Here that is the ID. ID I denied it, that it's optional, so it will not raise any kind of error. You can see here the index view is called. This is the default view. But if I want to set some another view, I want to create a new view, you can do it also. Let me take an example. Stop debugging, go to the root config, create a new map root method. Okay, so you can see here that here I am calling the home controller, which I have already, and calling the action method mobiles. Let me create a new action method. The name of action would be mobiles. Okay, let me attach a view with this mobile action. It is called. Now I have set a value, controller is the home, action is the mobiles, but here I will not put any kind of segment variables. Okay, so by default it will call this. This is work like a, in ASP.NET Web Form we set a particular page as a startup page. I'm doing the same thing over here. I'm not passing any URL over there. Okay, but when you will not pass any URL, you are just writing the domain name, then the home controller and mobile action will be called. Let me execute. Here you can see the mobile view has been called. If I want to change the view, then write the view name, then the index view is called. If I want to change the root or URL, then you can do it also here. Stop it. After the stopping, I'm just copying the code to set a custom URL. It's a way of set a custom URL. What is the URL is? The key value is the about us, and the URL is the about us, and my ID is a segment variable. I'm just taking a segment variable, and in this way it will call a controller that is the about us. Let me add a new controller. Go to the add controller. The controller name would be about us and add. When you added a new controller, we have a index view, attach a view, add view, index. Here let me set a about us index action is called. Okay, so in your root config file, let me open this root config file. I have to write URL about us slash I will put some value over there, my ID. Why I am putting this ID, I will demonstrate it. So let me execute it. To call the about us controller, here is calling the home controller and calling the mobiles, but I want it should call about us slash index. Then you can see the about us index action is called. Okay, so this is the way to create a custom URL pattern like this. If I want to get the my ID value, I can do it also over there. Let me get a value of this ID. It's a very simple way. Just write content and the root data. We have an object root data dot values, and in this values I will pass my ID and toString. If I want to fetch the controller name, then I can't do this because I didn't take the segment variable. So let me print this content at my view. I have to set return content and pass content. Okay, execute. You can refresh it, about us index, then you will find the index is shown over here. If I write like this, something like this, execute, and using the error. Why? Just check a minute. Actually, what I have done mistake, I executed it and it was returning the index. I set the segment variable just after the about us. So I have to write or call the index view in such a method. Okay, then you can see the content has been returned. Okay, this value will be go into the my ID segment variable, and in that variable you will get the value. Okay, so if you are interested and if you find that this particular video is very suitable for you to learn the MVC routing, so you can download this complete tutorial from my website. Go to the yogesh.net.com and routing in MVC. Here you will find all the nodes of routing which I have created for you, and you can also download the source code from the link download source code. And please subscribe my channel to learn routing in MVC. Thanks for watching this video.